Hi, I'm Rhiannon from NME, and I'm backstage opener with 21 Pilots. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello. We're good.
We are good.
Yeah.
Welcome to Opener. This is your first time here, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
What are your first impressions of the festival?
We walked in and we were kind of like, this feels familiar but cool. Have we ever played here? Which I think is just kind of like, I think coming to Europe and playing festivals is there's a certain kind of like vibe and atmosphere that feels familiar and kind of feels at this point, which is really wild to say, but like in a way kind of feels like home because we've gotten used to it and it feels like something that we've done before. And it's a good feeling. I think when we started out, it was just everything felt really foreign. So to kind of come into a place and kind of know what it feels like and have familiar surroundings, it's cool.
Yeah. Does headlining festivals feel kind of at home for you as well now?
Yes and no. I mean, we like the added pressure.
Yeah.
We do feel like whether or not the other bands of the day look at us that way, there's almost a responsibility to represent them as the closing act, and really just trying to make sure that you justify yourself being there, because we know that it's a really, I guess it's an honor, really. But at the same time, you tandem that with just a confidence in knowing that you belong in that spot, and you kind of have to take on that understanding as well to even have the guts to get up on that stage. So we're excited.
You recently did your Takeover Tour in London, where you kind of revisited these smaller venues that kind of had a pivotal part in your journey in the UK, like Camden Barfly, Shepherd's Bush, Brixton Academy. Did going back to those venues kind of make you reflect on how you've grown, what you've achieved so far, and kind of that responsibility, I guess, now that's become something that is part of your band?
It is amazing how fortunate we are to pick a city like London and say, okay, we're going to play 4 shows. We're going to start in the smallest club. It was the first club that we ever played, 9 years prior, and for a couple hundred people. And to come back and do that one, and then the next night move up to the next venue, and then to the next venue, and then ultimately to an arena, it really puts things in perspective. You get to, yes, we like to sit around and reminisce on the journey and what we've accomplished, but to kind of be forced to reckon with the reality all in 1 week, what you've accomplished from room to room, is really special, and it's not something that we'll soon forget.
Yeah. At the end of the week, you headlined Wembley Arena. What was it like being on the arena stage after being back in the tiny club stages?
It's pretty different, really. And I think a while back there were bands, kind of like older bands that were a little more seasoned, that would kind of come up to us and say, don't take these steps for granted, because it's every band wants to get to an arena, but then the bands that have been playing arenas for a while do miss the the theater shows or club shows, and so it was a different feeling than the rest of the week. And I think one major difference for me was that it was way less hot in an arena. That Camden Assembly and a couple of those first shows, they just get hot because there's so many bodies in a small room. So that was a big difference. But I think, like Tyler said too, just being able to play in that room and think about the week leading up to that, really kind of put it just made our career feel really cool. I guess we feel lucky to do it.
Yeah. And recently you also did MTV Unplugged, which I guess is another chance for reflection. How did kind of reinterpreting those songs make you kind of think differently about them or change your relationship with them?
Yeah, I've always kind of had an odd relationship with, kind of reimagining or remixing a song. In a sense, there's something beautiful about, locking it away and throwing away the key, where, the song is written, it is what it is. Because as a creative person, you really, I guess maybe not everyone struggles with this. I know that for me, I struggle with always, saying, okay, it is done. Always wanting to work on it and continue to change it, and so to finally get to that point where you say the song is finished and then you let it out, is a big moment. And so then years later to unpack it, I guess there's a little bit of a, it makes you feel weird that you would maybe reimagine a melody with a similar lyric, or reimagine the structure, or reimagine the approach of a song that you feel like you already kind of communicated what you wanted to. But at the same time, there is a fearlessness in reimagining a song you've already written, because you know that the idea is good. While you're working on the song for the first time, you're always kind of plagued with the thought, is this even good? And so when you reimagine something, you can be fearless in your decision making because you know that it's good already.
Yeah.
Which, it's just kind of like a tension.
Sure. Thank you for your time, guys. Good luck with the show tonight. Enjoy opener.
Thank you so much.